authentic Jamaican cook-up saltfish. Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Sarah's House of Flavor. Today I am super excited to share with you one of my favorite Jamaican dish. It's very simple and easy to prepare. So if you love to see how I make this cook-up saltfish, it means you have to watch the video to the end, okay? Now I have my saltfish here. Some persons call it codfish. I go ahead of time. I soak it for around an hour just to get some of the excessive salt out. Then I add some fresh water and I'm going to place it on the stove. Allow it to cook for around 5 to 10 minutes just to get some more of the excessive salt out. But guys, this is a simple and delicious meal. Here I have some ground provision and my vegetable. So for this, I am going to serve it with some nice yellow yam, boiled dumpling, and for sure my green bananas. And let me tell you guys something. This is always a delicious meal. And whatever you serve it with, it is always delicious. I have my vegetables here. I have my sweet pepper, some person call it bell pepper, onion, tomato, and for sure my scotch bonnet pepper. This dish is not an authentic Jamaican dish without adding a piece of scotch bonnet pepper. Now I am going to start cutting up my vegetables. And for this, guys, you can prepare this dish and serve it with anything of your choice. You can have it with some green crushed plantain or maybe some fried breadfruit or what we're having here, some green banana, boiled dumpling, and yam. It is just always a delicious and easy and simple meal to prepare. So I'm going to continue to cut my vegetables up and then we move on to the next stage.
I came in with my head bowed low, shards of shame in my coat sleeves. I had worn my failure like a name until your kindness found me. You saw the bruises under my smile, the tired hands, the faded pride. You did not flinch.
All right, guys, so look at this. You can see that the saltfish, it's boiling. It means this is ready. I am going to remove it from the flame, allow it to cool down, and then we start preparing our vegetables. But over here, look at that. Look at my ground provision, my boiled banana, yam, and dumpling. Yes, it is almost ready, almost ready. So in a few minutes, I'm just going to remove this from the stove as well. So here I have my saltfish. I am now going to drain this water off and then I am going to add some fresh water just to cool it down before I start preparing our saltfish. And as you can see, there's scales on the saltfish, which means I have to get all the scales off and all the bones out, right? I know some saltfish doesn't have any bone, but for this one, for sure it does. Here I'm using my fork. I find it much easier to use a fork, but you can use your finger just to get the scales off because the saltfish it's soft, so it's not hard to get the scale off. Here I'm trying to get all the scale off, ensure that my saltfish is nice and cleaned up and ready to start cooking up. Now I am going to remove that water and add some fresh water. Here you can see I am flaking up my saltfish, or I should say more on the chunky side. I like when my saltfish is more of the chunky texture or chunky look, right? But for flakes, you can also flake your saltfish, and you can use a fork, to get a nice small flake. But I rather when my saltfish is on the chunky side. So here I am trying to get out all the bones and ensure that my saltfish is nice and ready to start cooking up.
Inside, and you said, "Child, look up, the stone rolls away."
Now you can see that my saltfish, they are in chunks. But for this, guys, I'm going to add some fresh water just to get some of the excessive salt out. And for this, I repeat the process. But if you don't mind too much salt, right, you can just go ahead now and start preparing your saltfish.
At what I hid, you sat with me inside, and you said, "Child, look up, the stone rolls away. You are not what broke."
So here we have our pot with some oil that has been heated. Let's go ahead now and add our vegetables. So we have our vegetables here. Look how beautiful this is. Alright, we're gonna allow this just to saute, and then we add our saltfish. But this is absolutely beautiful, and you can smell the aroma. Right, so I'm just gonna leave this for a minute for our vegetable to saute, and then we add our saltfish. So now we are ready to add our saltfish. Let's go ahead and add our saltfish here. So now that we add our saltfish, we're going to combine everything. Look how beautiful this is. It's very colorful. And for this, you don't have to add any seasoning because the saltfish or the codfish, it's already salty. All I'm going to add to this is just some black pepper, and we are good to go. But if you could just smell the aroma from the scotch bonnet, man, it smells so nice. Alright, so let's just ensure everything is all incorporated here. And you know the saltfish, and you know that the black pepper will give it a nice little flavor. Alright, so our Cookup Saltfish in Sarah's House of Flavor. I'm gonna leave this for about a minute or two. Okay guys, so this is our Cookup Saltfish. It is ready to be served. Look at that. It is so colorful, beautiful, and guys, if you could smell the aroma I can't wait to dive into this. And as I said, it's a very easy and simple dish that you can make and serve it with anything of your choice. Here, I go ahead and I plate my Cookup Saltfish and I pair it with banana, dumpling, and yam. Guys, this is a very simple dish. I hope you will go ahead now, try out this recipe, and remember to like, share, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe to Sarah's House of Flavor. Turn on your notification bell so when I upload all new videos, you will be notified. But this is our authentic cook-up saltfish in Sarah's House of Flavor. Guys, remember to always show love, show compassion, look out for each other, and definitely I will catch you in another video in Sarah's House of Flavor. Remember to put God first and everything else will come. Have a blessed day, everyone.